I have something to share with you that might potentially change your entire life and put all the missing pieces together and allow you to finally heal from your addictions. There's a thing called toxic shame, and I'm going to dive into it in a second. Please stay until the end of the video. It means a lot to me. I'm sharing this from my heart, and I am blown away. It's been uncomfortable to realize that I had toxic shame the entire of in my entire life. Now, I self-diagnosed of having autism just a few years ago, but toxic shame makes more sense. So, listen to this. If you had uh, any parent or any caregivers growing up shame you to the extent that you took it personally to where you thought you were bad, then this you might have toxic shame. And toxic shame turns into addictions, it turns to escapism, it can turn into grandiosity, it could turn into low self-worth where you become almost homeless or homeless. It can destroy your life if you don't catch it. That's why I'm doing this video. Okay, I'm not promoting anything. I want to share the awareness. So there's two types of shame growing up. Healthy shame, if someone tells you, no, stop doing that, that's wrong. Healthy shame allows you to stop, okay? If you're doing something wrong, you might feel embarrassed, you might blush, and or a caregiver says, stop doing that, you go, oh, okay, that there's the boundary, okay? Healthy shame is a boundary, it's a limit. You've gone too far, okay? But you say, oh, that's bad. I'm not going to do that anymore. A person that starts creating toxic shame or forming toxic shame, they'll say, oh, I'm bad, okay? Not that that was bad, but I am bad. And so what happens is they start creating detachment, disassociation, negative coping mechanisms. I rocked back and forth my whole life since I was 2 years old. Then I discovered alcohol, and it was like a magic carpet ride. I was like, this is amazing because it lifted all that shame off of me temporarily. But what alcohol and addictions do is you get into a shame cycle. Okay? So you drink, you feel shame already because toxic shame makes you bad. Okay, you're just a bad apple. Okay, and you feel so bad about yourself, at least on a subconscious level. You might not know about it, but subconsciously you're like bad. Okay, you're so bad that you have to disassociate yourself from yourself. So you start drifting away from your true identity. And that's when you get into this addiction shame cycle. You already feel bad about yourself. Okay, so then you drink or do drugs or masturbate, and then that makes you even more shameful. And it just starts perpetuating and cycling and cycling and cycling. And then you try to get sober and you try to be a good person, but then you relapse, and then more shame comes in, and it just keeps you in that loop of shame. And it gets to the point in older adulthood where you're so twisted with shame and guilt, and you don't like you hate yourself, that you just go into either true narcissism, where you're like grandiose and you're like, I'm better than everyone else, I don't need anyone, or you become so broken, less human then, that you're like, I'm just I'm so pathetic, I'm gonna just drop out and I'm gonna just drink on the streets. And I've been in both places. Here's the thing. When you have toxic shame, you can't live with yourself. So you always have to be doing things. And that's me. I'm constantly thinking about my business. I've focused everything on making money online. Then when I drank 10 years ago, when I was an alcoholic, when I drank heavily, I was doing the downwards spiral, destroying myself, thinking I was less than human. Oh, it just got worse and worse and worse, and I attracted more bad things in my life: bad girlfriend, bad living situation, malnourished, drinking cheap malt liquor, pissing myself, pissing the bed, getting in trouble with the police, you name it. I dug myself down into that hole. Okay, the shame made more shame. It was shame, and then use and drink, and then more shame. Try to get sober. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm a horrible person. Sabotage, more shame. Drink more shame. And it just kept going. Now I'm on an upward spiral trying to change my life, but I still feel deep down that I'm not worth anything. I just had a recent toxic shame event. I freaked out. I unplugged from Facebook. I got off of there because people were relying on me. They wanted me to lead them in network marketing, and I was successful, and they looked up to me, and so they were like, Eric, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you share a video? Can you? How do I share my link? Blah blah blah, and it just got overwhelming, and I was like, I'm gone, because people with toxic shame, they have to muster up all their energy to create a persona that they think is presentable to the public. It takes all your energy because deep down, you're a piece of crap. You're a bad apple. So you have to muster this alter ego, this other personality, and it takes all your energy. And I know that personally because when my parents come and visit every 2 years, it takes me 6 months to work up that alter personality, that perfect Eric. If I just make more money, if I drive a Porsche, my dad's going to be proud of me. If I lose all the weight, my dad's going to be proud of me. My mom's going to be proud of me. If I'm tan, if I'm perfect, if my hair is just right, if I jog 4 miles before I see them, I won't be nervous at the dinner table. Okay, all of these things is because you don't like yourself and you don't think your true identity can be presented to the world. And it's absolute BS. And you can break through this toxic shame once and for all and end the cycle of addiction because it's tedious and it's horrible and it's demoralizing. Okay, I've had all the addictions. I'm a very addictive personality because I want to use anything to get away from bad Eric. So if you haven't read the book, get The Shame That Binds Us by John Bradshaw, I believe his name is, and start looking on YouTube for other videos about toxic shame, and you will start to see the sun shine through your dark, miserable life. I have, and it's been hard unraveling because I go through cycles of shame where I'm like, or anger, I get mad at my parents, I get mad at my teachers, I get mad at my bully friends. Like, they all caused this. I'm pissed. I was a hypersensitive, sweet little boy, a little towhead, growing up in Southern California. I just wanted to play. And my dad's anger created this. And then I started wetting the bed, and that created more people yelling at me. I pissed, I wet my pants at school. Bullies made fun of me. That created more shame. I can't love this Eric guy because he wets the bed. He gets in trouble, and it sucks that there's so much freaking evil in the world and that people are mean and there's bullies. But we can overcome it by self-awareness and by learning mindfulness and not overreacting when people might criticize us. You're not bad. You are not bad. We all have our problems. Some people have just taken it more healthy. All right? When they got in trouble, they're like, okay, that's a boundary. I won't cross it. But other people like us who are very sensitive, we're like, oh, we're bad. And especially if our parents raged and they said really hurtful things and they spanked us really hard or even whipped us. You're not alone in this fight. It's us. It's our loving tribe. We have our own loving tribe, and we can lick our wounds and we can become better then all the other the bullies are gone. Those high school jocks, they're balding, they're fat, they've already been divorced twice, they're cheating, they have stupid jobs, and we're better than them. All right? Payback is a bitch, and the bullies get what they deserve. And we're going to shine our light. That's what we're here for. We're here to shine our light. So thank Jesus that you're still alive, and please ask God to come into your life and open your heart again, and to start healing yourself. Start looking into Ho'oponopono inner child meditation on YouTube. Listen to that every day. Ho'oponopono guided meditation. Find the best one, make a playlist, save it, and play it every frickin' day when you take a nap. If you don't take naps, lay down after lunch and try it and listen to it and start healing that inner child, because he's beautiful or she's beautiful. She wants to come out, but she's scared. I don't care how old you are. It works. I'm 51. My inner child has been so beaten and so scared, and he's very angry. So after I do the hypnosis sometimes, I feel broken. But you have to break down to rebuild sometimes. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. It's part of the healing. I love you guys. Welcome to the journey. This is it. This is the final chapter. We're going to win. And we're going to laugh again like we were when we were children. I'm sorry if you had a bad childhood. Leave a comment. How are you doing with life? And I'll be happy to answer your comments. God bless you. You're not alone, and you're safe now. God bless.